Topic is phase plane analysis of epidemic model. We know that phase plane means we have to take a x-axis and y-axis. Also in equilibrium point we have to take dx by dt and dy by dt. This is for phase plane. And what do you mean by epidemic? Epidemic means sankramit rog. The disease jumps from one body to another body. And we have to develop a model. We developed a model for an epidemic of an infectious disease, and to prove that the disease described by this model can never infect the entire population. What we have to prove? By the help of this model we have to prove that the disease never infect the entire population. So what is review of the model? Assumed the population n was divided into susceptibles denoted by A sub t. What do you mean by susceptibles? Susceptible means affected by somebody or easily infected or damaged. Means suspect. What do you suspect? Means easily infected. So n is the total population and susceptibles denoted by A sub t. We have to suspect the peoples by infect this disease A sub t, and infectives denoted by I of t means the total population infective denoted by I of t. Removals denoted by n minus A sub t minus I of t. N is total population. Difference minus A sub t means number of susceptible peoples minus I of t means number of infective peoples. And removal means recovery. How much recovery populations from the disease? How much people recover from the disease is n minus A sub t minus I of t. Total population minus number of suspect peoples minus number of infective peoples. Assumed the disease to confer lifelong immunity, and we neglected to include natural births and natural deaths. We have not to include natural births and natural deaths. We have to count the deaths or recovery or suspect or infect only by the disease, by the epidemic disease. The model pair of differential equation we obtained was ds by dt is equals to minus beta si. Di by dt is equal to beta si minus gamma I. ds by dt means number of suspect peoples with respect to time. At a certain time we have to count how many peoples are suspect or affected by some disease or easily infected the disease or damaged by the disease. Rate of change of suspect peoples with respect to time t is equals to minus beta si. S we know the number of suspect, I means number of infected, and beta, what is beta? Beta is transmission coefficient. Beta is transmission coefficient. Di by dt is equal to beta si minus gamma I. Di by dt means the rate of change of infectious disease with respect to time. At a certain time we have to count that how many people are infected by this disease, and where beta is transmission coefficient, S is number of suspect peoples, I is number of infected by this disease of the peoples, and gamma is recovery or removal rate. Gamma is how many peoples are recovery from this epidemic disease, and I is number of infectious disease of the peoples.